We are back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday night here on the Mash and Drum. Definitely missed you guys last week. Can't wait or looking forward to being back tonight here. We have a lot to catch up on, not only in news, not only in bottles and samples, but yeah, lots of stuff. The latest stuff going on in the Uncle Nearest saga, which has gotten real interesting. That's right. Jay-Z somehow was involved in that. There you go. A little teaser there if you haven't heard yet. But yeah, good to be back. I was in Orlando last week for work. So yeah, that was a quick trip, kind of a last minute deal. So now we're back. And yeah, first round of Blendageddon tonight. The American blends happening tonight. We're going to get into those a little bit later. Unfortunately, my judge had to bow out tonight. So you guys that are in the running tonight, you only have me to get past. So good luck. And what else, man? We have 2 new Caleb's Crossings. We have actually, I think one has been out. The other one's brand new, not even out yet. So we'll get into that. The new Penelope Light Whiskey 18-year, the brand new Dark Arts. This is the what did he call this one? The I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Blunt Blend number 3, which should be cool. I do have this bottle, which you guys will see a review tomorrow for, but I could talk about the new Remus Experimental if you want me to a little tonight. We also have King of Kentucky batch number 3, which I got a sample of from a good buddy of mine. So thanks again for sending that along. And we'll compare this to 2 tonight and see if this really is a better one or if it's just the same shit with a little bit of a higher proof. What else do we have? And we're going to get back to a What's on the Shelf Wednesday segment as well, plus Blendageddon. So a lot to do tonight. Luckily, the news overall is pretty quiet. We'll go through some new labels that we found. And yeah, man, it's going to be a fun night. So as always, let's say hello to a bunch of people in the chat here. Unplug my mouse, which was charging. Out of all the things I was trying to remember to do, I didn't remember to charge my mouse. Charge your mouse, people. Charge your freaking mouse. All right, guys, here we go. Let me go to the top. And we have Nathan Jurgensen was here first. Travis Robeson. What's going on, Trav? Nice to see you as always. We got Diego's in the house. I'm going to start with something chill, probably the Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Rye. Love that choice. Little Barry. Wonder how early you guys get here. I used to wait in line for allocations. Now I just wait in line for M&D live stream, says Little Barry. Thank you so much, Little Barry, for that. 4 Leaf Whiskey. What's up, Stacy? Nice to see you. That's right. 6 days until St. Patty's Day, until Stacy loses her mind and just starts drinking all the Irish whiskey in the world. I love it. Stacy, I assume you're going to be at the Dublin Irish Festival. So that'll be really cool. I'm not sure if we're going this year, but if Kim and I go, we'll definitely stop by and say hi. Bourbon Coach is here. Hola and salute everyone. Whiskey Wednesday is upon us. That's right. Bourbon Coach, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, but I did receive your package in the mail. Thank you so much, man. It was really, really cool for you to send that. So I really appreciate that, man. Sandeep Chima is in the house. Hi, Jason. Everybody in the chat. We got Collanders here. Freeport Steve. What's going on, Freeport? Let's see. Warren Smith is here. Jason Cruitt is here. What's up, Jason K? We got Sean. Slapshot is here. What's up, Brian? Tim Romero is here. We got John Legalbo. Russ L. Corvette Trey is here. What's up, Trey? Nice to see you, buddy. Rees Mash is here. We got Stephen Waltz. Danny Lynn. Who else? Abrod. A lot of you guys were here early. This is pretty cool. Bourbon Boss Man's in the house. Nobody pulls some shit because the boss man's here. Danville Bourbon is here. Wish I was home and could have a pour stuck at work. Everyone have one for me. We'll definitely have a pour or 2 for you, buddy. Kevin O'Malley's here. Josh Fritz is here. What's up, Fritzy? Nice to see you, man. Dr. Sped. Some Tanyard Hill in the Glen tonight. Well, that's a pour. Holy crap. That'll do. Joe the Sample Guy is here. Whiskey Nose in the house. Here, Jason C. Thank you for letting me judge again this year. Good luck to all the week 1 competitors. My pleasure. Whiskey Nose. Marty, we got a lot of questions and a lot of not just questions, but I guess also people that were a little amazed at how you could dip and also taste the whiskey you were tasting. So good on you, buddy. Jay Rare is here. What's up, dudes and dudettes? James Lay is here with his typical LFG. Love it. My Bourbon Buddy is here. Matt's Palace. Let's see. Roger Reese is here. Dunny. Mauricio Pastenes, as always, is here. Dunny is here. I think I said Dunny. Carlos Robles is here, and a bunch more people coming in. I don't want to miss the first super chat of the night. Robert Schemmer's here. Cheers, everyone. Welcome back, Jason. Glad to be back, buddy. JG is here. Bourbon Lover, and a bunch more people coming in. Let me say hi. Okay. Night Method is here. Fancy Franchi is here. The legend. EMC is here. EMC Rolls is here. Great. Okay, guys. What should I start with? First and foremost, real quick though, very excited for Friday. Our Master Journey Whiskey Club is going to be dropping a dark arts pick, our first dark arts pick, which is the 12-year Armagnac finish. Cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on that one. And yeah, we'll have the details probably a little bit in the after party here later tonight. And we'll obviously drop all the information tomorrow, including tasting notes and all the stuff so you guys can be ready for that. So really excited for that one. Wise Guy Stu is here. Miracle Martinez, Black Flag Bourbon, the Blunt Blend. That's right. Oh, there's Big Vic. Nick Foles is here. What's up, Nick? Nice to see you, man. As always. Okay, so man, where do I even start? What do I start with tonight? Where should I go? You know what? I'll give you guys a little preview of this tonight. So this is the new experimental Remus edition. Now, if you guys remember last year's Remus was it was also an age-stated blend. Coming in at, actually, this isn't age-stated, or is it? No, it's distilled in 2017. So the last year's experimental was 9 years. It was a Seguin Moreau aged barrel, much like the ones we see right now. If you guys are getting Joseph Magnus picks in your area, that's what those are. We have other folks like Reveries and Provenance, and some of those folks also getting some of these barrels as well. I'm sure some other NDPs have them, but they were going around. This one is way different. It's the first wheat whiskey underneath the Remus label. I feel like wheat whiskey is now the trend this year. Everyone's coming out with a wheat whiskey. Everyone wants a wheat whiskey now in there. I mean, probably last year into this year a little bit, we saw a lot of wheat whiskeys. But this thing it's kind of crazy, this whiskey. It's a wheat whiskey, 113 proof. Ready? Finished in tawny port, white port, Oloroso sherry, and ruby port casks. So this thing has a bevy of finishes, and the flavor profile definitely mirrors that. So I'll get into this here in a little bit. Again, full review for this dropping tomorrow. I'll give you guys a little preview tonight, and then we'll get into some of these other bottles we're going to be tasting through. Also, before I forget, we already have 260 people, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really did miss you last week. Please hit the like button while you are here. And if it's your first time here, think about subscribing. Get your eyes and your ears on all the fun content we got coming out. We have 3 videos releasing this week. I already released the one for the Heaven Hill 22. We'll have this one. And then you will see the quadruple bass now. Everybody in my comments wanted a quadruple bass of the Heaven Hill 22 versus the Heaven Hill versus the Heaven Hill 17 versus, what was the other one? Versus Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Pirate Bottle versus William Heaven Hill 19. So that quadruple bass you guys will see Friday, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a little crazy. Must be nice. Travis, it was a sample, bro. I didn't get a bottle. Relax. Must be nice. Actually, there's a blend in tonight's competition called Must Be Nice. So there you go. We got Corvette Trey bringing in the 10 gifted for the Master Drum memberships. Corvette Trey, thank you so much for being so generous. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, guys. Giving is it's a beautiful thing. Just give. Kindness and giving, especially in today's world, man. Be kind, give. Be kind and give Master Drum memberships. Laugh Out Loud says not mine. Yeah, I already got your bespoke Must Be Nice blend from before. Take Marty's membership away. Oh, Marty got one randomly? That's pretty funny. All right. Let's get into this one a little bit here, guys. Welcome back. Just weird when I know I always say it. It's just weird when I don't go live on Wednesday, but yeah, had a nice quick trip to Florida, enjoyed some warm weather. It was nice. All right, let's get into this. What's up, Sean Holgrave? So again, because of all the finishes here, this whiskey is going to change a lot. And I know some people believe in that, some people don't, but this whiskey does change a lot. Let's go to the old bottle cam. Just got fired up. There it is. There is the Remus. I love this bottle design. I just think it's so cool. I mean, it's just got that Gatsby. It just has that look and feel to it. Oh, I love it. Really, really cool bottle. I love how well it photographs. Love doing B-roll with this bottle too. The light catches all those like ridges in the bottle. It's so cool. So yeah. Travis Robes, in all seriousness, any hunting video with Bruzel, he was down there as well last week. No, I did not know. I mean, even if he was here, I was traveling, so might have just been bad timing, but I definitely will keep that in mind. Have you tried the HH Heaven Hill 90th anniversary bottle? I have, Rare Breed. I did try it finally a couple weeks ago. I was on the Bourbon Hunter podcast and got to try that. You guys can go listen to that episode. I think it was like one of the last two new episodes that they dropped on Bourbon Hunters on their podcast. So yeah, we got to try it. I thought it was good, not great. Solid bourbon, very, very crushable. 107 proof, I think I remember it being. Blend of regular and heavy char bourbon from Heaven Hill, if I remember correctly. So I think it had some of that Parker's Heritage heavy char type of whiskey blended into it, which I did think it gave it some depth. But more than anything, it definitely gave off to me like some really, really sweet marshmallow. If I try to remember some of the other notes we got, there was like I was getting like a little strawberry note in, I think, but it got some toasted marshmallow in it. It had some really nice flavors, very sweet and extremely crushable. You know, kind of a decent price point, 120, 130 bucks, I think that bottle was for kind of a collector's edition. However, I don't know. I wouldn't pay up for it. It was okay. I thought it was pretty good. All right. So again, hey, Artfully Bourbon's in the house. What's up, Artfully Bourbon? Nice to see you. Okay. So again, as I stated before, this does change a lot. When I first cracked this open, it was all wheat. It was very, very wheat whiskey forward, much like the Star Hill Farms from Maker's Mark. Very wheat whiskey forward. However, when this opens up, the finishes do start to come out. You get a little bit of raisin, some chocolate comes through from all those different finishing casks, but it's extremely sweet. It's very fruit forward. I get like a grapiness in this, almost like chocolate covered. I don't think there's such thing as chocolate covered grapes. I guess that'd be chocolate covered raisins. But yeah, it's like chocolate covered raisin. I feel like you definitely get more sherry than port, but it's just overall it's pretty sweet. So was it okay or pretty good? Those two things are completely different things to me. um, I'll say it was pretty good. I'll say pretty good. I don't overpay for it. I would only buy that bottle for retail. Do not overpay for that Heaven Hill 90th. It's not that good that I would overpay for it. So can eat infinity raisinets. Raisinets are my favorite. Besides popcorn, my favorite movie snack. Well, that's not true. Reese's Pieces are my favorite movie snack. Yeah, scratch that. Raisinets is a cool third. All right, let's give this a try, guys. Thanks for being here. Let's sip. This thing is getting sweeter and sweeter. And at 113 proof, it drinks below that. That is actually my first sip of the day, and it's coming in pretty tame. So it just goes to show you how sweet and fruit forward this is. Man, if you like fruit forward like wheated bourbons like this, or just wheat whiskeys, I should say, man, this thing is crushable. Crushable. And unfortunately, this bottle is going to sit on the shelf. It'll be interesting to see how this opens up. I go a little bit more in depth on kind of the tasting notes in the review, which you'll see tomorrow. But overall, This thing is just, it's candy in a glass, but it's not like super sweet candy. This is more fruit candy, like fruit, grape, maybe some strawberry. There's some raisin there, a little bit of like a milk chocolate, not a dark chocolate. I still think it's bright. What I was scared of is that sulfur note coming through with all the port finishes, but you don't get any of that. There's no sulfur here. It's just a really delicious crushable whiskey that I think actually works from front to back. It's I think like when I first tasted it, I was like, what is going on here? The only part of this I really don't like is on the finish. The finish, it almost feels like all the finishes are starting to fight each other. So it's like, is it port? Is it sherry? Is it, is it something else? Is it the wheat that's coming through? I feel like every time I taste it, I get something different on the finish, which necessarily isn't a bad thing, but it doesn't really remain, cohesive like from sip to sip. But sometimes that could be a good thing. Yeah, see, on that sip, I got so much raisin on that one. Raisin and chocolate. But the sip before, I got like brighter fruit like strawberry. So, um this might be a nice sleeper bottle, and I think it's like $90, $95, whatever this is, but I'm telling you guys, this is one of those bottles I think that's going to be, I'm not going to say it's a love it or hate it, but I could see a lot of people loving this bottle. So, yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, check it out. It's actually, it's really good. If you like those fruit forward flavors on, and especially on a wheat whiskey, just picture the you know, like in comparison to the Maker's Mark, the Star Hill Farms, that one had a lot more strawberry to me, and it was becoming more almost orchard fruit type of flavor profiles. This is a little bit darker, which I dig. So the raisinets, the chocolate, again the strawberry. I feel like every now and then you do get a strawberry, but really the raisin and some of like that fruit roll up note really comes through, which is kind of nice. Mojo will buy them all. It will be interesting to see how the Remus is when it opens up. Yeah, I agree, Top Jimmy. I think that, like I said, the one issue I'm having with it is just the finish on it. But I feel like it's actually starting to even out. It's starting to get a little bit more cohesive. So we'll see what happens as it opens up. But I do dig it. I think it's going to be one of those sleeper bottles this year. So we'll see what happens. I've not liked MGP's wheat whiskey in the past. Yeah, Nathan, I don't know if you would like this then. It does have that wheat whiskey profile to it, but there's a lot of finishes on it, Nate, that I think I know you like those dark fruit flavors too, man. So I feel like there's a part of you that may like this, but I think for your palate, Nathan, just knowing you, it's going to depend on, what your palate tastes more. Do you taste all the wheat forward type of profiles that it has, or does your palate pick up more of the dark fruit and the and kind of that chocolatey type of finish that it has? So I just feel like for you, Nathan, this probably going to be more of a try before you buy. Don't expect the finish to blow you away or anything, but like I said, it's just a really crushable bottle. All right, so yeah, this dark art. Speaking of dark arts, we can get into this one. I literally just got this bottle today. So came with a write up and everything, which I tore up in the box. I got a little crazy with the with the X-Acto knife. I I ripped right through it. Got a little crazy. I get excited when gifts come from distilleries. So this is a limited release. It's called the Blunt Blend, Volume 3. This is a rye whiskey finished in Madeira and Armagnac. Madeira and Armagnac. So Madeira, again, being a sweet wine. Armagnac, obviously a French brandy. So you have this combination. Now, there's nothing, like infused like CBD or anything in it, but this is made to enjoy with a good, I guess, blunt, if you will. The Blunt Blend reemerges with Dark Arts Batch Number 3, a daring expression of 8-year-old cast strength rye whiskey finished in Armagnac and Madeira wine cask. This release pushes beyond expectation, revealing layered complexity that redefines what rye can become. richly spliced, globally inspired, balanced, bold tradition. Okay. Does it give me? Does this give me price or anything on this? Let's see. No, I would imagine though this bottle's probably like some of the other dark art stuff, 160 between 160 200 in that range. I would guess. I would assume. So let's go. This is $105. $105 well, it is only 8-year rye whiskey, so maybe it is on the cheaper side. All right. Yes, to pair it with. Now you need to be blunt about your opinion on this. Well played, J Rare. Bless up top, Jimmy. Blunt Blend reminds me of some beans with hemp I've had. Oh, so beers with hemp I've had. Some beer, some beans. Man, I fucking need glasses so bad. He's like, some beans. Yeah, because I don't smell any of that's in here. I mean, if this is $100, then that's pretty cool. This is like 100, 105. Is it dark and resinous? Oh wow, that changed a lot just from me swirling the glass. Holy shit! It literally smelled like a Fig Newton coming out of the glass. Oh man, holy shit! The freaking nose on that's fantastic. It's like Fig Newton and cinnamon rolls. From wheat whiskey to weed whiskey. I mean, look at the color here. Look how nice and dark that is, guys. Isn't that nice? That's a beautiful little whiskey right there. I'll throw up the old bottle cam here for you guys. There it is. Focus up. There you go. Dark Arts Whiskey House. There it is. 8 years old. Straight rye whiskey. Finished in Madeira and Armagnac casks. And it is number 3. There you go. 113.8 proof. The Blunt Blend. There you go. Is that Dark Arts from Sarah? It's Bourbon Night. Yeah, Sarah does work at Dark Arts. I'm not sure how involved she was in the blend or the creation of this, but yeah, she is over at Dark Arts right now. So shout out to Sarah if she's watching. It smells like a sativa. It tastes like an indica. I know a guy that sells Newtons. Anybody grab any Girl Scout cookies yet? 'Tis the season. They're outside of Costco, Sam's Club. They're everywhere. Those damn Samoas are following my ass. Samoas and tagalongs. Oh my gosh. By the way, they revealed a new cookie this year, which sucks. Oh, it's so bad. I forgot which cookie it was, but I tried it and I'm like, oh, this is awful. So hopefully that cookie doesn't stay around. Must be nice on Girl Scout cookie pricing. Travis Robeson, I know you're sitting knee deep in some Girl Scout cookies right now. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, mine. Wendy's has the Thin Mint Frosty. Oh, man. Bought 3 boxes, finished 3 boxes. Samoas are the GOAT. How is that not a tasting video? Having Thin Mints right now, says so Steffi. These cookies have a nice surprise inside of them. If you know, you know, says the Bourbon Coach. Seems like Girl Scout cookies are year-round cookies. Samoas and Thin Mints. Yeah, because you buy so many boxes, you don't eat them all at once. They kind of stay in your cupboard, and then like you're kind of screwed. Let me see. Yeah, there's no price on here, unfortunately. Okay, let's get into this. I love the nose on this. I'm telling you, man, this is as Fig Newton as it gets. It's figgy. It's cherry. It's very sweet. I really feel like I could smell the Madeira. There's like this nuttiness to it. It's like a sweet almond or something like that, like a cinnamon glazed almond. Oh my god, it's so nice on the nose here. This is like I can nose this all day long. I mean, just a beautiful blend of the Madeira and Armagnac coming through. You get the dark fruit. You get some of that Madeira coming through. The rye spice is obviously there. There's a little bit of clove on top of that. Got some baking spice. It really does hit all the notes you kind of want, what you're expecting from those two finishes. So let's give it a try. Another sip. Hold on. All right, sorry that took a second because I think I'm coming off the Remus. So really interesting here how this starts like a rye to me, and then it crushes you in the mid palate with the Madeira and Armagnac effects, and then it finishes like a rye. So I feel like up front, you get clove, you get honey, you get some maybe some ginger there, a little candied ginger right up front. Then right when it hits mid palate, that's when you get like the fig Newton comes back. A little bit that cinnamon roll note, or like that cinnamon glaze icing also hits mid palate, but it doesn't last long because then all of a sudden the rye comes in right at the back end, and then this thing is just black pepper, spice, allspice, maybe a little bit of even like a crushed red pepper, all comes in the back end. It's really, I mean, I like how the Madeira and the Armagnac does not completely take over the entire experience. Definitely tastes like a rye, doesn't completely, the two finishes do not just overtake the experience. That's really good. I'm trying to see if it says, I'm guessing this is Indiana. Distilled in Indiana. Distilled in Indiana. Okay. There's a very distinct tobacco note on the back of this. Sweet tobacco, which probably goes great with the blunt blend, with the whole blunt blend idea. I can see this working really well. Wow. It's just kind of a flavor bomb. This is why I love rye whiskeys finished like this. It's so good. It just takes it to the next level when you talk about the rye whiskey, the backbone, the spice, especially like an 8-year rye, which still has some punch to it. It still has some, it still has a little fight in it before, it gets to like 10, 11, 12 years and it really mellows out. This thing has some spice and it's holding up to those two finishes. And I think what you're left with is this really beautiful balance of, again, sweet, savory, back to sweet, and then back to savory with a lot of pepper on the back end. It's really good. No funk, yeah, no devil's lettuce on this at all. But I could see this working because what I'm picking up on the finish is just a really nice sweet tobacco note, which I think is fantastic. Yeah, I could see that working. This is a whiskey. I think the way I'm guessing Macaulay Minton blended this one is to sit down and enjoy, you know, with a nice smoke, whatever your flavor is. But I feel like this has enough spice and enough richness to hold up to pretty much anything. Um, so it's very well blended. It's beautifully balanced. I highly recommend this one, even if you don't want to smoke with it. If you're not a smoker, I still think this is worth adding to your possible collection because, and if it's $105, $110, dude, you get multiples of it. This is so good. Really impressed with that. That's a really good blend. Thanks to Dark Arts for sending that out. I really dig that one. Yeah, I mean chocolate, spice, the dark fruit, the fig. But again, I think it's staying consistent too. Front of the palate, spice, honey, maybe a little hint of like a bitter chocolate note right in the front end. Mid palate is when you get the Madeira and the Armagnac. You get some dark fruit. The fig comes back, and then right when it hits the back end, again, it's all spice, cinnamon, icing, and then this really beautiful like sweet tobacco leaf right on the very end of it. So That's good shit right there. Blunt blend versus your dark arts pick. Nathan, the dark arts pick that we did that's very much a lot more Armagnac. I really feel like you'd get the Madeira in there, that almond note that I'm picking up in there too, that sweet almond note that I was picking up on the nose. Don't really get that in the Armagnac pick. The Armagnac pick that we did, that we have coming out Friday, is obviously built around more aged whiskey. Again, remember, that's 12-year bourbon, 36% mash bill from MGP versus an 8-year rye. It's pretty different. I do like the blend of flavors here, but our Armagnac pick, along with the age, is just like, again, that's a bourbon I think you guys are going to want to sit down and just sit and relax and enjoy. It's one of those bourbons that you just want to sit down with and just chill out. Like that experimental Remus, that thing's crushable. The 12-year pick we're releasing Friday, that thing is, that's a sit down and just enjoy type of whiskey. Blunt blend versus Murray Hill special release, says Night Method. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, that's Calvados. I still feel like I would like the Murray Hill a little better. Jason, top 5 Girl Scout cookies. Have we not done this already? Top 5 Girl Scout cookies. Easy number 1 for me. It's tagalongs. Tagalongs are my number 1. Again, it's just the whole chocolate peanut butter thing. I love tagalongs. Number 2 is definitely Samoas. Love Samoas. Number 3 for me would probably be what's number 3? It's a fight between Do-si-dos or Thin Mints. Probably Do-si-dos or Thin Mints. And then they got those the lemon ones that I like having with coffee. The lemon ones, I think probably like number 4. But yeah, like the lemon ones, Do-si-dos, Thin Mints, and then my top 2 are Samoas and then tagalongs. Yep. Yeah, the mints in the freezer, little Barry. That's how my mother eats them. Baker 7 or Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond? Wow. That's a really good question. They're both about the same price. That's a really good question, actually. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Baker's versus Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. What you say, chat? That's a really, I don't even know. I'll say this. I drink Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond probably a little bit more than I reach for a Baker's. But then when I go to Baker's, I forget how good Baker's is sometimes. But I'll say this. I think if you're going to choose one, I think Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond is going to be the more consistent choice. Whereas Baker's, because they're single barrels, they're going to vary a little bit more. And some are really good and some are very mediocre. So if you're just like going out and looking what to spend, I'd probably would go for a Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond because I think it's just more consistent. So that's my answer. The blunt blend. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Yeah, some bakers are close to 9 years. Dart says, awesome answer. Cheers, man. Oh, you're very welcome, dude. Wild Turkey 8-year kills both, says Matt's Palace. Shots fired. All right. I got to try Wild Turkey 8-year again. I got to try another batch. The first batch that came out, even me being a turkey fan, I was not that crazy about it. So yeah, we'll see how the new one is. Better 8-year, Wild Turkey 101 8-year or New Riff? Man, Pit and Seabus. You have to like clove if you want to go Wild Turkey. I think the New Riff is actually a little sweeter for me, whereas the Wild Turkey 101 8-year, I pick up heavy clove on it. And again, this is why I have to go back and taste it again. I don't know if newer batches have less clove than the first one, but yeah, that's where I would go. New Riff 8-year is pretty damn delicious. Okay. Yeah, or you could do this. Just skip the 8 years and go for the New Riff Sherry Finished Rye. That thing is ridiculous. Okay. What's next here? What do we got? Oh, let's do this real quick. Adding this officially to my Wednesday night live streams. Anyway, welcome back to What's on the Shelf Wednesday. I'm Jason C. We are back. Found this on the shelf last week. Did not even know Buzzard's Roost came out with a double oaked. And I always love a good double oaked. And there's a bunch of these just sitting on the shelf here in Ohio. So I figured I'd try it. This was, I believe, 65, 70 bucks for this bottle. Signature double oak, 100 proof, finished in American oak. I don't know. There's something about the double oak category that I love. And I just love trying to find different ones, trying to, see if there's different ones that are coming out. Don't make that voice sound ever again. Oh, you know, like my radio voice, my old school radio voice? No? All right. Anyone try the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye Double Oak? Got one on the way. I still like the malted 6-year rye. I love how you're on current trends. Try to keep current. Only Buzzards I have is the cigar smoked cast, and that's a good one to have. I think Buzzard's Roost. Now, if you guys don't remember, Buzzard's Roost, when a lot of, and we talked about this, I believe, when a lot of, distillers or NDPs were going down in revenue, Buzzard's Roost actually grew last year. And I think that's due in part to Buzzard's Roost kind of focusing on custom aging, barrel technology, using different char levels, just always trying to keep things fresh without going overboard on limited releases. And I think people really fell in love with some of their products. I'm a huge fan of their char #1 bourbon. So Master Drum, the 7-year Hard Truth Rye is legit. Yeah, they're sending me all their Hard Truth is supposedly sending me all their new age-dated stuff. So SLB is doing Bourbon Madness with all double oaked. All Buzzard's Roost are double oak, just a label change. Is that true, Cheese? Maybe that's why it says signature double oaked. The only thing I wasn't excited on the New Rip 8-year was the price. I can get a cast strength for 55, and those are 6, 7 years old. It's a Shemmy. Darth Vader says my bracket's busted. Yeah, pork chop don't follow trends. Pork chop is the trend. Yeah, I'm curious. Do they have Fox and Odin in their bracket? The Fox and Odin double oaked? Because if not, it should be. That'd be really interesting to do. I mean, I guess I could copy them, but I feel like I've done the double oak thing. Probably, I always have to look back at some of my content and just kind of redo some of the stuff that I did in the past with newer bottles because just so much stuff has come out. They don't have Fox and Odin in it? Dude, that's a big miss. It's a solid bourbon. Fox and Odin's better for a double oak. Yep. This is good. Not great. Let's being honest. I do love, some of the, again, I love the Buzzard Roost Char 1. I'd probably rather drink that over this. This is okay. Yeah, it's just a little too thin, just not enough going on from a double oak perspective. That is, I mean, it's very, very, very easy to drink, super crushable, but I feel like there's better double oaks out there. So, all right, well, that bottle's probably going to go to my mother. Yeah, Peerless double oak I like. Did you try the old Louisville 10 double oaks SLB at KBF? Says Thomas. No, I did get a sample of that, though. It was delicious. To the Falcons. Oh, please. I want to hear. I'm going to talk about Falcon stuff. Gonna need your thoughts, Jason. Well, here's the one thing I do like about two of the Falcons. The Falcons are only paying a 1.3 million, and the Dolphins are paying 50 something million just to get rid of them. So we're not paying a lot to get him. He's a lefty. Penix is a lefty. I feel like I think this year, honestly, with the Falcons next year, I think they're, I do like the moves that they're making in the, free agency. They don't have enough money to make big splashes, but they are filling needs. They're getting depth with their linebacker core, defensive line, cornerbacks. They got some wide receiver help. They brought back Zacchaeus. I do like some of the moves that they're making. Now, whether or not it's going to translate to a winning season, I don't know. The NFC South is kind of crazy. I mean, Carolina won it last year. You just never know who's going to win it. But honestly, I think this is going to be one of those years where Tua and Penix are going to compete, and then the Falcons are going to see what they have, because next year a lot of great quarterbacks are coming out of the draft. So if the Falcons need to draft a quarterback, then they will. But I think it's a low risk move. The only thing I don't like is that Tua is concussion prone and then Penix is injury prone. So if both of those guys go down, then who the hell's throwing the ball? That's the one thing I'm a little bit nervous about. So other than that, we'll see. As always, I never expect much from Atlanta. However, I do like the new GM, Ian Cunningham, and I do like some of the moves they're making to get some depth. They're bringing some Georgia Bulldogs back on the team. We'll see what happens. Falcons going to waste all the years of cheap Bijan and London is the issue. Yeah, Thomas, that's the one thing that I'm worried about too, man. It's like Bijan is just, look, you could say what you want. He's one of, if not, is arguably the best player in football. Aside from quarterbacks, I mean, people will probably want to throw quarterbacks in there, but Bijan is just magic what he does on the football field. You don't want to waste that. It's like, and I think that's why Atlanta Falcon fans get a little bit scared, because you don't want to waste these years that he has when you're talking about him being in his prime. So it's like you want to get someone in the fold. They're in a really weird spot where their roster could win now, but need some missing pieces. But are they talented enough to win now? The quarterback thing is just a big issue. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if you don't have a quarterback, you really don't have much. So, okay. The only way you can get away with not having a good quarterback is if you have a dominant defense, like Seattle does. But I just don't think that. I don't think that Atlanta has that dominant D quite yet. So, but it's really interesting. See what's going on. The whole saga with Max Crosby going to getting traded, and then they kind of went back on the offer. That's pretty crazy. All right, so I'm going to pour these Caleb Crossings. This is the DC2. So Caleb's Crossing DC2. This is the one that I think the Bourbon Junkies had this in their top 10. I think this one is still available. If we really like this one. Now this one is brand new. This is the BBR3. This is the blend of bourbon and rye. This is the Burrye blend. I don't believe it's finished. It's a blend of straight bourbon and rye whiskeys. This is the Burrye blend. And this is going to come out in a couple months. So we get a little preview here. Apparently, I'm the only other one that gets to taste this besides David. So appreciate you, David, sending that along. Bourbon Junkies had BBR2 in their top 10. There you go. So BBR2 is straight bourbon whiskey finished in Pinot de Charente and Armagnac. Another Armagnac finish. Love the Armagnac. All right, let's get into this one here, and then we'll get into the 3. Actually, I might try the 3 first, just because it's I've been trying all these finishes tonight. Let me get into the 2 here. DC2 is it's a single barrel. This is a single barrel? Oh shit. A 121.86 proof, or is that 111? The middle one's kind of wavy. Is that a 2 or a 1? It looks like a 2, but I'm not sure. All right. Oh, it's 111. All right, 111.86. I mean, David's been killing these with these Caleb Crossing releases each year. They just seem to get better and better. I had one vying for the top 10 last year. Almost made it. I mean, just really, really great whiskeys. The thing I like about these Caleb Crossings is they generally come off a little bit more delicate than super in your face. So maybe they don't always do crazy well in blinds against some other big hitters, But man, when you have these things on their own, there's a lot of great flavors that develop out of these. So yeah, I know I need readers. I refuse to get readers until I turn 50. When I turn 50, I'll get readers. Not yet. I have another. Oh my God. I turned 49 in July, and then I'll be 50 next year. So when I turn 50 next year in July, readers. Readers at 40 is standard. I had an eye doctor tell me that once you start with the readers, like your eyes just go downhill. So I'm trying to hold out. Dude, just get the readers. I'm holding out, man. I'm not doing it yet. I love the nose on this. Bifocals. I could see, yeah. So Kenneth Clark, I do like the monocle idea. That's kind of badass. I don't know if I could pull a monocle unless I grow like a Monopoly Man mustache. You'll cave before then. Technically, this July you start your 50th year. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Relax. Come on. Hold. Once you're 50, you can no longer start a sentence with "I can see." Reading for Booker's reviews will do it. Yeah, I don't even look at those anymore. Go full Colonel Sanders. It'll work in the bourbon world. Maybe if you get a monocle, you can get a Willet pick. I need a monocle and a sweater vest. I'll get a Willet pick. Oh my God. AARP mail. I already get them, dude. I already get the AARP shit. Is this slightly front focused? Am I blurry at all? It is slightly front focused. What happened there? I don't feel like I did that. It probably is. I'm like, oh, this is clear, and then it actually is not. Is actually a little off. I feel like it's clear enough. Don't forget the ascot. Get a battery for the bottle cam too. Oh yeah, that one's going. We're going. Slightly out of focus. Hey, that's better. See, I could see. All right. All right. So, man, really sweet on the nose. I get apricot, little cotton candy. Tons of rich fruit here. Like getting like bright raspberry in here, which is just awesome. A little bit of nuttiness, not too much though. Could be from that Armagnac. Man, the nose on this is fantastic. Release a pic with a really tiny text and call it John Cena. Jason's looking at a 65-inch monitor 2 inches away. Dude, for stashes and snacks, that's not funny because I have a small monitor that's like on top of my camera when I do video so I could see what the camera sees. And even that's getting a little too small for me to see. I have to bring in my extra little TV I have and put it on a stand so I could see what the hell I'm seeing and make sure everything is in focus. Oh my God. All right. Cheers, guys. Let's try this one. Yeah, much like the blunt blend that we have from Dark Arts, this has beautiful balance. All the great flavors are coming through from front to back. Man. But again, it's more delicate. Like the blunt blend is more in your face. It's spicy. And I'm not trying to compare it. That's a rye versus this. But I'm just saying in terms of that being a double finish and this being a double finish, that's why I'm kind of doing a correlation here. Where the blunt blend is a little bit more in your face, especially with that spice and being a rye. This is definitely more delicate, but the flavors here are so nuanced and just they just mesh so well together. I just love how it goes from sweet into it's like you get this really sweet, like rich fruit flavor that glides into typical bourbon, I guess, like bourbon flavors, your caramels, your vanillas, and then it just goes back into the dark fruit. Then that raspberry comes through. A little bit of again that nuttiness is coming through, especially on the back end. And then the finish that the finish I think is the best part of this because it's delicate yet it's super flavorful, which I really dig. I had the first blunt blend was unimpressed, says EA4. I never had the first one, so I couldn't compare, but that one's pretty damn good. God, it's so sweet. It's like this boozy raspberry, like this boozy raspberry ice cream note that just goes into caramel and again, I'm getting that little like hint of cotton candy right in the mid palate. Similar to no, completely different than Rack and Tour. Rack and Tour Rye is a different experience. This is more delicate, more nuanced, as I said. Some vanilla cream is in there. A little bit of like a buttery. There's almost like a what do you call it? Like buttercream frosting, a little bit, kind of in the mid palate too. This thing is really, really good. I could see why the junkies love this. It's a little bit delicate, yet it's sweet. It's fruity. This is still available. Yeah, again, in the context of bourbons and people want to try different things, this is a sit down, relax, and just take your time and sip type of whiskey. It's very delicate, very nuanced, and I don't want to keep saying delicate because it does have a lot of flavor, but they're just not. It's not like boom, you have cherry or boom, this is like a Snickers bar. This has a lot of little flavors to it that go from front to back, and that's what I mean by that. Fantastic job. Yeah, I would if this is still available. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a really, really good whiskey. The finish is also very sneaky long, which is really good. Love it. Junkies haven't had that on. They have the BBR2 bourbon and rye blend, but glad you're loving it. Oh, okay. So this is just the single barrel of the bourbon blend. That's delicious, dude. There's a few cases left on Bourbon Outfitter. All right, guys. Well, if that whiskey sounds good to you, go grab one. That's super good. I'm glad I got a bottle. Thank you for sending that along. All right, let's go to the brand new BBR3 Bourbon Rye Blend, a Burai number 3. This one is yet to come out. I'm a sucker for a good Burai. Let's see what this one's like. Ooh, it's like it's like a slice of toasted rye bread with like cherry jam on it. Ooh. Um, David, do you get a lot of cherry on this? I'm getting a lot of nice cherry, I mean, just a dark, rich fruit flavors on the front of the nose on this. Man, I'm getting cherry all day long on that. Cherry oak. It's a little wild turkeyish. And knowing David Jennings, that's probably why he geared towards it. Yeah, this is another really nice color on that. Look at that, man. Yep, a lot of cherry, especially on BBR3. Dude, this is it's cherry candy. It's Swedish fish. It is a cherry Tootsie Pop. I mean, you name it. Over 350 in the chat. Hit the like button, says Barbecue Ed. Thank you so much, Ed. Appreciate that. Thanks for that call out, man. And Top Jimmy with the 10 gifted. There you go. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, Top Jimmy. If you guys got a gifted membership, please thank Top Jimmy. Oh my God, this is so. Oh, I could nose this all day long. It is. It is a toasted slice of rye bread with like brown butter and cherry. Oh man, I hope the palate's as good as the nose. Cheers, guys. One second. All right, there we go. I just had water. You have to get that off your the first sip after having water. You got to get the water off your palate. So the second sip, yeah. So the rye plays a big part in this. It is a rye, but I feel like it's more rye forward than bourbon, at least for me. It leans more like 70-30 rye. I'm not really sure what the proportions are here, but it definitely leans more rye for me. More baking spice, cinnamon. That rye bread is right there. It's slightly minty, but it also still has the cherry. It's like mint cherry syrup in this glass. It's almost like drinking a cocktail in a way. Yeah. I'm getting orange now too. I think from the rye, you have this really nice mix of citrus, orange, cherry, brown butter, and rye spice all together on this one. Equal parts, but the rye is 11 days from 13 years. Oh, yeah. The rye is making the rye is definitely forward here. And I don't know if that's gonna, get a little bit more tame as we get down the bottle here. Oh, see that sip I got more of the cherry and orange. Cherry, orange spice, almost like a blood orange, very rich orange note, orange oil, whatever you want to call it. Man, the rye breadiness of this is really interesting to me. It just has this really, it almost feels like you want to crunch into like a piece of like toasted rye bread, but it's got this spice, got caraway seed. I'm picking up caraway in here again but again, mixed with that orange cherry brown butter combination. This is killer. Um, yeah, that's good. Love the finish on this too. Subtle yet lengthy. Wow. That's good, man. Bust out BBR1 for the four-way comparison. Man, do I have BBR1? Let's see. I think I do. BBR2. Just making sure I have enough glasses here. This is 2. This is 1. What do I have left to try here? I still have to try. I still have to do the King Kentucky comparison. Go through some news and then hit the. Then we've got to do Blendageddon. So, you know what? I'll just do 2 instead of 1. I'll compare that. All right, let's do this. Now, typically, if I remember correctly, the Caleb's Crossings for me are usually a little bit more rye forward. Let's see what we got here. Have you tried the Heaven's Door 10-year double oak, says Tom Summoning? No, I have not. Have not tried that one yet. Do a CC triple base vid. Could definitely do that. Oh man, I like the nose on the 3 even more than the 2. So the 2 actually, I guess, just even though it hasn't opened up, a lot, this is reading more bourbon, more sweet, more candy. A little more of like that buttercream frosting, or actually more like a cream cheese frosting than buttercream. There's a tartness to it, but it's sweet. Yeah, less rye on that one. Oh yeah, three all the way. 3 has, you gotta like more rye spice though. If you want sweeter, a little bit more candy, 2 is the way to go. 3, that mix of spice and cherry and orange and all that together, that is the move. Is right there is number 3. That's really good. Hey, what's up, Kurt Fogelman? First live stream for me. I appreciate that you can get to most of the comments. Yeah, Kurt, I try. That's one of my main goals with doing these live streams each and every Wednesday. I really want to interact with you guys because you guys are the ones I talk to during this and I play off of. So it's interesting. Legends of the Oak is here. Yeah, welcome in, Kurt. If it's your first time. I'm not seeing this bottle. This bottle won't be on OHLQ Hazmat Pat. This is going to be on Bourbon Outfitter, which does ship to Ohio. Yeah, for me, it's the 3 all the way. So apparently this is coming out in a couple months. So keep your eye out for the announcement on this one, the BBR3. This might be my favorite Burrye that you've done so far, dude. Yeah, I like it better than 2. Yeah, 2 is a little bit more. It's a different sweetness. I think 2 has some sweetness, but it's a little bit more like bourbon traditional sweetness, your vanilla, your caramel, maybe a little toffee there. The 3, you have that, but you have more spice and you have this layered cherry orange combination that just makes it. That's what makes this blend. So hell yeah, man. I'm all about it. Keep an eye out for the Caleb's Crossing Bourbon Rye 3. It's coming. All right. So before we get to our Blendageddon, I'm gonna try these 2 head to head here. Now, I reviewed the King Kentucky batch number 2. If you guys watched my review on this already, I did overpay to get this bottle. It sucks that I had to, but like I said in the review, Old Forester doesn't send me shit. So I'm a little too honest with Old Forester. I don't think they like that. So, and based on my review for this King in Kentucky, they're probably still not going to send me anything. So I reviewed number 2, which was the midpoint proof. Then, like I said, my buddy sent me batch 3, which is the highest proof, which comes in at 110. The King Kentucky that I have is 107.5. So a little bit of a different proof point, but I definitely wanted to, I guess, review these or compare them just to see if 3 is better than 2. Because a lot of people are saying that 3 is the best one and 2 is the worst one, but we'll see. Okay. Whiskey news and meme of the week. That's what's coming right now, Porter. Porter's keeping me honest. I love it. You guys are all over it. Love this shit. All right, guys, let's get to some news here. First and foremost, let me get to this story. Really quick. Let me go back. Sorry. Is this the one I'm looking at? Sorry, I have like 15 different news things. Oh, there it is. Sazerac expanding? ? Buffalo Trace owner moves to acquire bankrupt Kentucky bourbon. So what you guys are looking at is a picture of the Garrard County Distilling Company. So Sazerac, the New Orleans-based spirits company behind Buffalo Trace and its popular brands, including Blanton's and Weller, has acquired the majority of debt from Garrard County Distilling Company, a Kentucky distillery that closed and entered receivership last year. The acquisition was confirmed through court filings and statements to the Lexington Herald-Leader, which reported the news on Monday. The move centers on $26 million in loans, originally held by Truist Bank, according to the filings. Truist sold, assigned, and transferred all rights, title, and interest in its loans to Tom Collins Distilling, a company owned by Sazerac, on February 11th. The sale price was not disclosed. Now, as a privately owned company, we cannot divulge further information, a Sazerac spokesperson said, according to the Herald Leader, confirming ownership of Tom Collins Distilling. The transaction is tied to a receivership hearing scheduled for March 6th in Guard Circuit Court. It's based in Lancaster, opened in January 2024, but quickly faced financial and legal issues. Lawsuits from contractors and liens exceeding $2.5 million were placed on the property, with Truist holding the largest debt. So, yeah, I mean, in that context, is Sazerac looking to get more distilling power? Or are they going to use it as a, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Buffalo Trace already has an experimental division. Is this just more distilling that they're looking to do? Is it space? Is it something they're just going to hold on to, pay rent on? They're actually going to utilize it in the future. It's interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with that as we go forward. Aren't they all the same batch, just different proofs, Nathan? I think so, but again, KOK3 is better in my opinion. Did you have two, Big Vic? Walmart has their own brand of tagalongs, by the way, the Mash and Drum. Todd, it's not the same, man. More capacity, bought cheap. Exactly, Nathan. And that's so, Kenneth, that's not like, if you're joking, that's fine. But I could see this site being like, yeah, I could see this site becoming like the traveler whiskey destination with appearances by Chris Stapleton. I'm telling you, man, Traveler's a big deal for Sazerac. That thing could go crazy. I'm just putting it out there. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Barrel Bourbon is releasing their first cigar blend. I think we talked about this, but they have released their first cigar blend bourbon. I think we actually saw the label for this a while back. This is a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys aged 7.5 to 18 years and then finished in Madeira, Armagnac, rum, and Hungarian oak casks. It was distilled in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana, like usual from Barrel Bourbon, and then blended and bottled in Kentucky at 111.2 proof. The limited release blend is now available for purchase online via the BCS website at barrelbourbon.com for $84.99 a bottle. Have not tried this one, but I know that's what I would try. From Barrel Craft Spirits. Let me click out of that. And let's get into this is the one we got to talk about. Uncle Nearest. Guys, this is getting more and more interesting. All I did was read the headline, right? Uncle Nearest allegedly hid a $20 million loan provided to them by, you guessed it, Jay-Z. That's right, Jay-Z, the hip-hop, world-renowned rapper. No joke. Kentucky lender Farm Credit Mid-America has accused Uncle Nearest of fraud, alleging that the Tennessee whiskey maker hid $20 million given to the brand by media mogul Jay-Z. The accusation is included in the latest filings of a legal battle between the lender and the whiskey brand. The lawsuit began in July 2025 when FCMA claimed Uncle Nearest owed more than $108 million across several loans and accrued interest. In the suit, the lender claimed the whiskey producer provided apparently inaccurate barrel inventory reports. We know all this. Okay. Since then, the court has appointed a receiver. We know that. However, in February, the receiver listed the business property on the Massachusetts island of Martha's Vineyard for sale. So that property is up for sale. Let's see here. In October, it was reported that the receiver was also investigating the possibility of selling other non-income producing assets owned by Uncle Nearest, including its vineyard in Cognac. Why does Uncle Nearest need a vineyard? Interesting. The bank said it supports. Okay, let me get to the part here. According to FCMA, Fawn Weaver told the lender that US $20 million was a loan from Grant Sidney, one of the Weavers' companies. In fact, it came from an outside source, MP-10 LLC, sometimes referred to as Marcy Penn, a venture capital firm formed in late 2024 and owned by Jay-Z, Jay Brown, Larry Marcus, Robbie Robinson, and D. Rita Robinson. The Weaver parties attempt to imply incorrectly that FCMA was in no way misled at the time. FCMA was considerably misled, the bank said. According to the court filings, the accounts used to move the investment were not known to the bank or the receiver until recently. Whatever protests Mrs. Weaver makes now to the contrary do not change the fact that Marcy Penn loaned money to Uncle Nearest Inc., not Grant Sidney. Mrs. Weaver, who exercises complete control over Uncle Nearest and Grant Sidney, moved the proceeds from Uncle Nearest's to Grant Sidney to make sure that the $20 million coming in could not be snatched by FCMA, the bank said. Damn. Mrs. Weaver's own testimony shows that Grant Sidney, the largest shareholder of Uncle Nearest, whose sole stockholder is also the CEO of Uncle Nearest, Mrs. Weaver, and exercises complete control of both entities, orchestrated and executed a scheme to perpetuate the violation of Uncle Nearest's legal duty or to commit a dishonest and unjust act in contravention of FCMA's rights, the bank continued. Marcy Penn has said since that Uncle Nearest is in default on the loan, according to the file. Dude, this gets more and more nuts each and every week. Holy shit. They got Freeport Steve. You took the word. You beat me by 1 second. They got 99 problems. and a loan ain't one, or a vineyard ain't one, or a hidden $20 million loan ain't one. Holy shit. This is getting worse and worse for Uncle Nearest. I don't see how they come out of this, to be honest. Oh my God. It's so bad. Fawn might be the best or worst business person of all time, but she will never admit her faults. So if you watch her Instagram, I guess, posts that she's been doing, I don't really think it's helping her case. There's a lot of, so last when we talked about this, how no matter who you believe, what the receivership has found back and forth, it goes back to since 2018. So 2018 or 2019, I think 2018, Uncle Nearest has not paid their taxes. I mean, just that alone, if you're running a business and you're not paying your taxes, you're already up to something shady. So on top of that, now you have barrels that are worth more than you think they are, or the value of them is higher than you think they are. They're inappropriately valued. And then on top of that, you have this coming into the fold where, see, at first it was just kind of like a he said, she said thing. This CFO was doing some shady shit. Fawn Weaver wasn't running the company correctly like she should have. Now you have these two sides going back and forth. And now you have this loan coming in from a company owned by Jay-Z, $20 million, that the paper trail, when you follow the money, it looks like they tried to hide it. I mean, no matter which way you slice it, this is looking worse and worse for Uncle Nearest. And in the end, Uncle Nearest could eventually be diluted. Now, whether it's going to be taken over by another entity, I don't know. That's a lot of bad press around that name now. So if I was a buyer looking at some distillers to buy or, to get on the cheap, do I want an Uncle Nearest, or do I come in and as a buyer to Uncle Nearest and be like, look, I am not part of that old group. I'm going to make the whiskey what it should be. I'm going to bring back the Uncle Nearest name and, bring it back with integrity. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. I do think that if it does get purchased, it's going to be on the cheap. I don't think Uncle Nearest I just don't think it's going to get the money that they think they're going to get possibly for it. Yeah, dude, it's wild. They need to Morgan Freeman and Lean on Me. The brand sounds like another Sazerac target. I mean, you would think Jack Daniels would be the one that would make sense, but even Jack Daniels would have to think, with all that shit going on, do they even want to touch it? I don't know. If I was Brown-Forman or Jack Daniels, it would make the most sense because Uncle Nearest is tied in with Jack Daniels. Even when you go to Jack Daniels and you do a tour, they talk about Uncle Nearest. They're so intertwined. But how do you break out from that? Like, man, it is so bad. It is getting worse and worse for Uncle Nearest. Just I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It'll be for the price owed to the banks and Fed, says Wayne Arnold. Yeah, I mean, most likely, but I do think that, whatever money that they think that they're owed or the money that they think they're worth, Uncle Nearest is not getting it. So Jay-Z is going to buy it and merge it with Beyonce's brand, right? Could you imagine it becomes freaking Sir Davis? Holy shit. But something to keep an eye on, guys. We'll keep continuing to dig home on that and see exactly what happens. Let's go to our bourbon meme of the week. And because I missed 2 weeks, because I love you guys so much, I have 2 different memes for you. This is the first one that I caught last week. This one made me laugh. Bourbon meme of the week. Homer Simpson. How do I become rich? Stop collecting bourbon. And then the book in the trash. This one was good. But the second one I thought made me laugh even more. So let's go to the second bourbon meme of the week. By the way, does anybody have this issue? How to become rich, stop collecting bourbon. And you just kind of look at your shelf and be like, I'm still going to buy bourbon. Sometimes. Here we go. Me, triple bourbon, straight. Barista, sir. This is a Starbucks. Fine, whatever. Venti bourbon. I don't know why this made me laugh. I wanted to go to Starbucks and do this. Just be like, hey, barista, triple bourbon, straight. Sir, this is Starbucks. I'll be like, fine, whatever. Give me a venti bourbon. I know it's so stupid, but I don't know. That just made me laugh. Those are the bourbon memes of the week. There you go. Kevin O'Malley, speaking the truth. He says, it is very true. I try not to buy bourbon, but still get 2 to 3 bottles a week. Venti bourbon. What's the point of being rich if you can only get there by not having what you want? The whole point of being rich is to be able to have what you want, says Jason Coates. There you go. Whiskey thieving going to be referred to as Junkies Loved Stag 25D. How you tried? Yeah, 25D was my favorite last year. Wait, did I have the D last year? Or am I thinking of 24D? Was there a 24D? Trying to remember. I remember there was a D I loved from Stag. I can't remember if it was 25 or 24. Do you guys remember? I can't even remember what I had. I know somebody sent me the samples of all the Stags, and I think D was my favorite. Yeah, D was my favorite. I agree. Oh, it was 24? 25D is this year, 25D. 24D was good. Yeah, I think I like 24D. 25D I haven't tried yet. So 24D was my favorite. I have not tried 25D. If I can, I'll try to get a bottle of it for sure. I don't know. Stag just doesn't do it for me anymore. It's like, meh. It's kind of like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Like, they're all pretty good. If some are great, some are better than others. I don't chase Stag anymore. So, how many times have you said I'm going to take a break from buying anything for a few weeks, then Mass and Journey, every other single barrel you pick comes out the next day? That's true, Kevin. Sorry about that. Can't keep track of all the D's. Jason not getting enough D. Yeah, I'll try to get a bottle if it's that good. I don't chase the Stags anymore. I have so much Stag that I've been lucky enough to get in the past that are the older ones and the ones that are better than what we're getting now. But I mean, Stag is, I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but Stag to me has gotten very mediocre. And whether you agree with me or not, it just doesn't hit like it used to. I don't know what it is. The batches they're good. But here's the thing, like, Stag is just always good. If I see one at retail, I'm gonna buy it. If you're watching this, you see a Stag at retail, you're gonna buy it. It doesn't matter. It's a Stag. You're gonna buy it no matter if it's good, bad, or neither. So I don't know. To me, Stag for me, it just has been a little bit watered down. They have so many releases now each year. If you get one, you get one. If you're able to get one at retail, it's good. But it's nothing I chase anymore. I used to chase Stag. I don't chase it anymore. I see it at retail, I'll buy it. But there's nothing about Stag that's like, holy crap, I have to have every single one. So people trash Stag now, but 22A and 24A were both amazing. Go hate. Go hate on ECBP. It's way worse. Yeah, I could see that, Thomas. I do think the fall off. I think the drop off from ECBP has been farther than Stag. I probably agree with that. But yeah, 22A and 24D. I think I really did like 22A, much to the point where I bought a backup of that one. 24D, I did get a bottle of that one as well. So I do get the ones that I enjoy, but I think for me, it's become like a try before you buy Stag type of situation where I used to just want to buy every single one. Now it's like, do I really want to buy that one? I wish I could try it first. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Like Stags for me have now become more of a try before you buy before I'm just, shelling out the money to get it. I only look for Stag store pick. Regular Stags are shit nowadays, but if I want an SRP, I grab. Yep, mediocre. B525, over any of this 2025 Stag batches. Dude, I love B525. That was my favorite batch. A126 is super good. I'm an oddball. Really love the 24A. The deeper into my bourbon journey, I've settled more in the 100 120 proof range. Higher has to be a real banger. 24A and 24C were both solid, but not top tier. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, they're going to be good. I just don't feel like I don't like, and even when I was reviewing Stags, like they weren't getting the views anymore. Not that I do reviews for views, but it's just like an interesting trend that people aren't looking at the Stag videos as much as they used to. I just think people are kind of, maybe most people that used to chase are a little bit over it. I don't know. We'll see. Don't need any more Stag ECBP bookers, even at MSRP. Yeah, it's a lot of batches, guys. I mean, you talk about 4. Well, here's the thing. Speaking of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, where is A126 for the Bookers for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? Are they just skipping it because we got the rye A126? Are we not getting an A126 bourbon? Like, where is it? Like, usually that bottle has already landed at my front door, and I have reviewed it. I have not seen it. I have not heard about it. Where is it? We don't have it. Is it ever coming out? It's way past January now. We're into freaking March. I mean, is anybody like wondering like where the hell is it? Like, where is it? Not that I care. The ECBP rye is so good this year. The A126. It's not like we need it. I'm just saying it's kind of interesting that it just kind of fell off the grid and nobody's really talking about it. Where the hell is it? Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. 25C was seeing more dark arts around, daunted by the selection. Which bottle do we care about most, says Christopher? Well, Christopher, I would go for, if anything, try the dark arts French oak one. That's the one that I think really is the best one from the group. The sherry finished ones are always great too. I do get confused about Booker's releases and batches. There are so many. I just skip them all. Although I want to buy one for a box. I walk in local stores and find batches there from 3 years ago. Yeah, they have been, waiting for an extra month to get back to 12-year age statement. 2 ECBPs a year, 12 years or more in the 125, 135 range. Hot take, but Heaven Hill has fallen off hard recently. They have one good LE per year, and their average bottles are getting worse. The rest of their LEs flop. Thomas Jadix, you could say the same thing about a few distillers. It's too much whiskey. It's too much whiskey that they have. And this goes to my point. And King of Kentucky is actually, this small batch is actually a great example. It's a perfect example of the world we're living in now with whiskey and bourbon in particular. There's so much whiskey aging right now that these distillers, they have to find new ways to market and release their bottles. They can't do it just leaving stuff to the status quo and leaving it on the shelf. That's why Heaven Hill, Jim Beam, the only one that does not come out with constant releases is Four Roses. Heaven Hill, Beam. I mean, you're talking about the heritage distillers here. You know, Buffalo Trace, constant new releases all the time. Sazerac released 2 new Sazerac ryes in the same year last year, a Sazerac 100 and a Full Proof in the same year. Why did they need to do that? Nobody asked for Traveler Full Proof, but here we are. It's like we have to release new shit in new bottles or the same shit in new bottles, just a little bit different, just to keep things interesting. Because if they just remain the status quo and just keep their quality whiskey on the shelf in the same old bottles that we have now, at least right now in this time, nothing is selling like it used to. Nothing is moving. They have to do something with all this whiskey they have that they have aging. Hence, King of Kentucky. It's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. Prices are still remaining high, which I think is bullshit. And they just keep releasing all these crazy new bottles in order to move all this whiskey. And unfortunately, I think this small batch really, really hurt the King Kentucky brand because it's watering it down. Yeah, I don't know, man. Traveler Full Proof is so awful. Yeah, and we get crap like the new early times. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I have a video that I'm working on with like things that piss me off in whiskey today. I'm sure it should get a lot of views, but I'm telling you, man, it's one of those things. Buffalo Trace makes weird choices, but they have major hits too. And some LEs hit every year. If you didn't get a William Heaven Hill last year, yep, that's the main reason I've started hunting for good store picks or group picks. Double Oak, Four Roses. All right, let's get into this here. So this is number 2. And then once we're done with this, we'll get right into the Blendageddon, and I'll show you guys some of the new labels that we saw. Definitely some fun new labels that we have to track down. Yeah, I don't know where Larceny A126 is either. That's a really good call out, Whiskey Nose. I mean, yeah, throw that bottle to the side. What's in that sexy dark arts? This is the blunt blend of the dark arts. It's Armagnac and Madeira, and it's delicious. Eagle Rare is overrated in general. See, I still love me some Eagle Rare. You know what? And keep the 12 year. I don't need the 12 year. I'm just happy with the 10 year. King Kentucky Batch 2, rich dark fruit, brown sugar, acetone. That's what I get in it. Finish falls off. Little cinnamony. You get a little bit of that banana there too. And if you guys watch my video, this has a weird mash bill to it. It's 15 rye. Now, Old Forester's 18 rye. Early Times is 11-year rye. The theory here is that they actually, to make this, they blended Old Forester and Early Times distillate, blended it together, and it kind of averages out to the 15% rye mash bill that's in this. So that's what the theory is. I don't think it's some new weird mash bill that they've been producing. I think they just blended the two. Yes, Hazmat Pat. I need to try that. But the 12 is better than the 10 in my opinion. Yeah, I mean I like the extra depth that the Eagle Rare 12 has, but remember when the whatchamacallit came out? Sazerac in the press release. Eagle Rare 12 is going to be a readily available bourbon for all shelves. Has anybody fucking seen it? And if you have seen it, have you seen it for retail? Probably not. Can't blame them because when you sell barrels to NDP people, it will go ape shit over the same whiskey because it's from an NDP. Yeah, that does happen. Wild Turkey only uses one mash bill. Yep, Wild Turkey has. Well, they have 2 mash bills. They also have their rye mash bill, but they do many things with one mash bill. All right, This is the 3. I'm trying the 3. I mean, the nose is pretty identical. Might sound funny. I think I like 2 better. Nah, they're pretty equal. They're pretty equal. Again, there's a really nice fruit characteristic, very, very rich oak. That Brown-Forman oak acetone profile is so prevalent on this. Banana bread in there, cinnamon for sure. A little bit of nutmeg there too, a little baking spice in the back end. The finish is a little bit nicer on the third one, on batch 3. I will give it that. But yeah, these are really similar. I don't really think there's any big difference. Overall, I would not pay up to get this bottle, so please don't. I know that's going to be really difficult for a lot of people. I don't really think this is that great at all. But again, I'm very sensitive to that acetone note. I've mentioned it. If you get it for retail, fine. It's okay. It's a good bourbon, but I do think the oak and that heat extraction note that you get from Brown-Forman is very prevalent in this with those heat cycled warehouses. It's just a little bit too much for my liking, but that's me personally. However, if you're into that, if you love that Brown-Forman profile, then this will probably be a favorite for you. But for me, I just can't. It's too much. It's too much of that. That heat extraction note that I'm getting is too strong. Yeah, it's just, and unfortunately, I really do think that this waters down King of Kentucky a little bit. It kind of brings down the aura of the single barrel. The single barrels are amazing, amazing good bourbon. I'll say that about Brown-Forman King Kentucky all day long. The King Kentucky single barrels are ridiculously good. Each and every one I've had. You know, obviously some have been better than others. They're single barrels, but they're beasts. This is like 1924 Old Forester on steroids, and it's just not good enough for $300. So, and again, old somebody at Old Forester just put me again, just wrote my name again on the list of people that don't get any samples. That's just what happens. Keep Jason off that shit. Jason's not getting any of our whiskey. Crazy. Dobbs nailed it. Wait, where's Dobbs? What did he say? Dobbs. Jack 12 is way better than ER 12. Oh yeah, I could see that. I like Jack 12 more than ER 12. Sounds like at retail would be a good bottle to trade with. Yeah, I would say that. Anything similar to Redwood Grizzly Beast. I like it a lot, but for $80 was steep. I like the fresh red fruit notes I got from it. I wish it was 50 or under. Man. I mean, yeah, red fruit notes for less. What'd you say? 8, so 50 or under? Dude, if you like red fruit notes, get a Four Roses OESO. Just the shelfer, the new shelfer, the new batch that's out there, the red label. That OESO is rich fruit all day long. I think that's a $50 bottle, isn't it? Just get an OESO from Four Roses. That is red fruit all day long. OESO. Fresh red fruit notes, Russell's 10-year. I could see that in Russell's 10-year. That's a solid recommendation. Yeah. OESO all day long, Four Roses. It's red fruit all day. Yeah, those red label Four Roses are 50 and in my worth at all 3 recipes. Yep. Get the OESO. Eagle Rare 10-year at 55 MSRP. What's your take? Yeah, all day long at SRP. And James, that's one of those, but like Eagle Rare isn't a bottle I have to have like all the time in rotation. I'm happy to drink Russell's 10-year, even Remus and some of the MGPs that are decent age statements now you get for pretty cheap. But, and obviously we have all these 8-year bottles that are out now that are great values. So you don't have to have the Eagle Rare 10, but I think Eagle Rare 10 is just one of those bottles that you just sit there and crush. That's why I dig it. Yeah, OESO. Get it. If you like red fruit, man, OESO all day long. Okay, let's get to Blendageddon here. We're going to try some blends. And then, but before we do that, ER10 ain't worth 55 in my opinion. Well, I mean, that's the new SRP. I mean, it's going up in price. I've seen it higher than that. It used to be $40, but it keeps going up. And I don't really think there's anything really to do about that unless you're lucky enough to get it at Costco for like 40 something dollars. Obviously that's better, but Eagle Rare 10 just seems to be going up like everything else intermittently, $5 here, $5 there. So, Eagle Rare 10 is not $40 anymore, unfortunately. Still ain't worth it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Some people still don't like Russell's 10-year for $40. I get it. Russell's 10-year is kind of a love it or hate it type of whiskey, but people seem to love Eagle Rare all day long. I used to get Eagle Rare 35 back in the day. I'm telling you, it's true. Used to got a lot of good things cheap back in the day. All right. Before we get to Blendageddon here, really quick, I just want to show you guys some new labels that I found on the TTB. Here we go. First and foremost, we have, speaking of King Kentucky, they have released their label for the new King Kentucky single barrels, 14 years old on the single barrel, 66.55. These are always delicious. These are always great, always beasts. Such good whiskey, such great bourbon. All early times mash bill. So these probably don't usually have the banana that you get sometimes. Here's the one that really made some noise. Russell's Reserve Single Rickhouse. That's right. The next single Rickhouse has been revealed, and it is the D. Camp Nelson D. And for this one, they went on all the floors. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only missed 2. The combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the thing an idiot would have on his luggage. That's right. Spaceballs. You got to love it. So interestingly enough, Mass and Journey, we just released 3 different Russell's Reserve single barrels that all sold out last week on Friday. All sold out really quickly. But we did have a Camp Nelson D, which sold out first. And that barrel was incredible. So if this is all from that Rickhouse, I have no doubt that this single Rickhouse is going to be killer, especially coming from that Rickhouse. But again, these bottles you're talking about $300 for this bottle. So take it or leave it. But from someone that had just picked a barrel out of Camp Nelson D, the thing was really stupid good. We have another one of these coming out. Stitzel Reserve 31-year-old bourbon whiskey, limited edition, special release. I mean, I didn't even see the other one that came out. I don't even know where those bottles went, but that one's coming out if you guys are interested. It looks like the next Woodford Reserve Masters Collection bottle is coming out. The next Thor's Hammer is hitting us, and it's going to be super seasoned oak. Not just seasoned oak, folks. Super seasoned oak. That's right. It's bespoke, super seasoned oak. Just, do I need to say that again? I'm not going to say it again. Super seasoned oak. Really, really, they should have named it really, really super seasoned oak. Nice. It could be good. Could be good. I'm sure it's going to be 90.4. Oh, no, the proof says 100.4. Is that real? Is that a real proof point? Okay, that would make it kind of weirdly interesting. Woodford Reserve has released bottled and bond releases before, 100 proof. We've also had Cask Strength. We also had the Chocolate Whisper, which was almost hazmat, 12 years old. This one at 100.4 proof, kind of interesting. Still not, not in the upper echelon of where probably most of us would want it. But when you're talking about something that has super seasoned oak, it looks like they added 10 extra proof points just for the occasion. I dig it. Frey Ranch is coming through with a 10-year inaugural batch. Looks like Frey Ranch is hitting the 10-year age statement mark. This stuff, I'm sure, is probably deep, rich, fruity. Frey Ranch will still always have that graininess to it, but that is part of the allure of Frey Ranch. I love what they're doing. I cannot wait to taste this and get my hands on one of these. Here's something for you. Bullet. It's coming out with Bullet 87. a distinctive blend of bourbon and rye whiskeys finished with toasted staves. So this is a toasted Bourye coming from Bullet out of left field, a 90 proof release that's going to be coming soon. So a carefully crafted sipping whiskey with notes of warm brown sugar and caramel. I mean, great. It's not like we haven't tasted that before, but at 90 proof, it's definitely a new venture for Bullet. We'll be interested to see how that comes through. The 90 proof point is going to be a little bit tough, but again, Bullet usually is known for coming in with that proof, especially with a lot of their releases. But a toasted Bourye is something I never really thought we'd see from Bullet. So kudos to them for doing something new. Remus. That's right. Remus is not just for bourbon anymore. It looks like they're coming in with a straight rye whiskey. Now, 111 proof here, 55% ABV. I'm trying to see. Let me see if I could see what the actual ages are here. It's a little bit too small for me to read from here. So it looks like it is 60% 2015 rye whiskey. So I mean, you're looking at 11 years old, and then 40% of the blend is 2016 rye whiskey. So it's a blend of 11 and 10-year-old rye whiskey, which is kind of nice. So let me get back to that. There you go. So a blend of 10, 11-year-old Remus. So just good MGP rye whiskey if you're interested in that. We also have the next President's Choice labels that have come out. Now, I think these are placeholders, so nobody lose their freaking mind. It does say 24 months. Their barrel number AB123. I just think these are placeholders. I don't think that these are going to be the actual labels. But we also look like we're getting another President's Choice rye. I think President's Choice rye is probably the best thing Brown-Forman has put out in quite a while. That bottle is delicious. So we'll see what happens this year. But it looks like more is coming. And lastly, Pinhook now is continuing the vertical series with an 11-year release. So the 2026 vertical series, if you've been collecting these from Pinhook, they are now coming out with an 11-year edition. So there you go, guys. All of it. Oh, I'd pull the trigger on that Remus as long as the price is right. A 2-year might actually be affordable. I just got a bottle of the Distiller's Proof, and it was solid. When's Knob Creek full proof dropping? Knob Creek 12-year cast strength. I don't know, but it's probably any day now. I'm thinking that's going to hit in April. The 10-year was good. 10-year has some good barrels, man. All right. It's time. 50-50 blend of Bullet 12 rye and Sazerac FB, delicious. I bought a Pinhook once, never again. Josh, I was like that in the beginning, Fritzy. I was right in there with you, but the older expressions have been a lot better. Yeah, we actually have a 10-year Mash and Journey Pinhook pick that is still available. Unfortunately, when it dropped, it was really bad timing, and because it was like right during the holidays. It was after all the drum key stuff dropped, so nobody bought it for good reason. I get it. But we have a really, really good 10-year pick that's still available at Prime Barrel. If you go to Prime Barrel, you'll see it there. So if you guys are interested in the Mash and Journey 10-year Pinhook bourbon, I think it's like $109 for a 10-year. Decent price. Any guesses on the secondary price for KC12 cast strength? I'm thinking it'll probably get up to probably 150 in the beginning, maybe 200 on the high end. But I think things will calm down. It'll probably be in that because, when that bottle first came out, it was what? Well, yeah, what's the retail going to be? When it first came out, it was like $65, $70, which was a steal. Is that MSRP going to be higher because prices have gone up exponentially? We'll have to see what that. It's always going to be based off the MSRP. But I could see that bottle going for $200 to $250 depending on the SRP. Nathan says 400. Again, if that SRP is 100, 150, I could easily see 400. It's really going to be based on the SRP. What's your thoughts on the Blunt versus the M&J DA release? CJ Mill, they're completely different whiskeys, CJ. The Blunt blend is a rye. It's an 8-year rye with 2 different finishes, Armagnac and Madeira. Ours is a 12-year bourbon with just Armagnac. They're completely different. So, but both really delicious in their own right. What bottle release are you most looking forward to this year, Hazmat Pat? I feel like I got this 2 weeks ago, and it hasn't changed. It's right here. The Wild Turkey Austin Nichols Cheesy Gold Foil. That's right. All day long. That's 16 year. By the way, this weekend, I'm going to be at Barrel King in Bourbon, Missouri, doing my next concoctions for Drum Key. Now, I don't know if the tasting room is open. I don't want to speak out of turn here. But if you guys are around and you want to come say hi, please do. I'm not sure if the tasting room is open or not. So if it's not, I'm sorry. Then you might get locked out. But if you show up, I'll come out and say hi. I don't give a shit. All right. Time to get out the notebook. That's right. I got some fun stuff in mind for my next drum key releases. It's just gonna see if it actually turns out good or not. I want to make sure that I have these are all stickered, right? Stickered. Nope, that's not stickered. Is this stickered? Yes. Wow, I almost had 5 samples that I almost had 1 sample that wasn't stickered. All right, I'm gonna mix these up. Bring that one here, bring that one there. Okay. So like I said, guys, we had a judge lined up, but they had to kind of bow out, unfortunately. So you just have me tonight. Speaking of drum key, when that rye releasing? The rye is going to release either the last week in March or the first week in April. That's when the rye is dropping. I thought it was Knob 12. Yeah, it's Knob Creek 12 cast strength. Yep. Who is on tonight? Who was the judge? I'm not going to call them out because they might come back on. So I'm not going to say that just yet because they might come back on in a later week. So don't worry about it. Okay. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look. Here is the bracket for week 1. We have John Porter and Stella Stash, Justin Mills with A Glass Dram of Emotion, Jeff Perkins with It Must Be Nice, DMC with Team Spirit, and Eric Sawyer with Dumpster Fire Deluxe. That's who's in the running tonight, guys. Eric Sawyer, a past champion, Blendageddon 5. Eric Sawyer won the whole damn thing. So he's on there tonight. Here is the entire bracket. If anybody missed it, it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but that is the entire bracket. It's going to be 6 weeks. 8 full weeks. This is week 1. Yeah, so it looks like freaking Blendageddon is going into like December this year. so many brackets, but week 9, as always, we'll have the live fundraiser, which will be amazing. Already some great bottles being donated. We'll get into that as we get closer. But yeah, let me actually turn on I have a banner here, which will kind of give, tonight's competition includes John Porter. That will run there on the bottom. You guys can read that as we go along. But yeah, good luck to all you guys tonight. We'll see who gets through to the other side. Let me put that one up. Let me turn on a little background music as usual. And then from there, we'll ask you guys. We'll get the opportunity to ask questions. I dig that jam. There we go. All right. Some water here. Yeah, so really cool project I'm working on for Drum Key. We have these barrels in the house now that are Drum Key. They're Drum Key barrels. French oak. You guys know I love French oak. We have a high toast, low char, and a low toast, high char barrel that I'm going to be doing some stuff with. So that's going to be exciting. I also have another blend in mind I think I want to do. We'll see if that works. I'll be picking some drum solos, some single barrels while I'm there. It's going to be an epic weekend in Bourbon, Missouri. I'm ready to get to work, man. I've been chomping at the bit. I got a lot of ideas in my head, so we'll see how they work. All right. Good luck, all you guys. It Must Be Nice. Great name. Yeah. My money is on any one of the 5. I'm a real gambler, says Sweet Cindy. Good job. Why does week 6 have 7 entries when there... Wait, what? Why does week 6 have 7 entries when there is only 5 tonight? John, because the full group is uneven. I've had to fit in like 6 in one week, 5 in this week, 6 in another week. 7, and there's still one blend I have to fit in to make 6 in another week. It's just all uneven the way it worked out. So low toast, high char is the one I want, says Diego. Dude, get ready. We might, we'll see how they come out. If they're ready in the beginning, I can't say what exactly I'm going to put in there yet. I think I have an idea what I'm going to put in, but I might change it. We'll see what I get on site. However, we might release them as a duo. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the first one here. All right, first blend. Orange and vanilla all day long. Creamsicle. Josh Fritz says, I got a chance to taste the debut. I liked it. Well, that's good. Yeah, this is orange and vanilla all day long. Little corn forward. So C and E versus C and D, which is better for you, says CJ Miller. Ugh, that's tough, CJ. Based on experience, I probably have to go with C and E because I've had more of it. I've only had the one C and D, which we picked a barrel, which is freaking fantastic. So C and D could be right up there with C and E. I just haven't had many C and Ds. I've only had the one. But Cam, we tasted those barrels blind, and when he told us it was a Cam Nelson D, we were like, holy shit, I don't think I've ever had that before. But Cam Nelson E is, I've had those way more often in Kentucky Spirits, Russell single barrels. So I think Cam Nelson E for me is more of a consistent choice. Oh, wow. The first one, it tastes way better than it smells. It starts off like orange and the vanilla, but then it turns to like a creamy peanut butter on the back end. What in the hell is that? Appalachian Bourbon Society, just hit the subscribe. Salute. Oh, thank you so much, Appalachian Bourbon Society. That blend is wild. Orange, vanilla, but then like creamy peanut butter. Nice little spicy finish on it. Is that beam or turkey that's in there that's giving me that? That's kind of cool. Raconteur Rye is still in prime barrel. Which one of the 4 do you recommend? If the Gemini 2 Raconteur Rye is on there, that's the one you need to get. Gemini 2. Bourbon Coach, you need to jump on the live stream when you can, man. All right, let's go to number 2. Yeah, I have some. I have a lot of designs for the to do with those. What to do with those French oak casks, but I'm super excited to mess with those and see what I could create for Drum Key. Again, this is what I told you guys. Like Drum Key, I'm not looking to put out 150 releases a year. These are I have to work on these, curate them, really blend them, and see what I could create. And and that's kind of the scary thing for me with doing this. I've never done a finish yet, so it's kind of like throwing a blend in a finished barrel. You don't know what's going to happen to it. It's going to turn to shit. Is it going to be amazing? You just never know. So I think that part of it for me is a little bit scary. When do you pull it? When do you get it out of the barrel before it goes too far? I think that's what makes me a little bit nervous about working with it. I'm just being honest, guys. Look, the debut, a lot of people love that blend. It's my first blend. The rye's coming out. I've had really great commentary on it already from the few people that have tried it. So I think from a blending standpoint, I'm getting better. Now finishes is a whole nother thing. So I have to see how that works. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm learning as I go. I just know what I like and I know what I want to bottle. So I think as long as I have that in my head, I have a pretty good trajectory. But a nod is as good as a wink if you can handle it. James, cheers, brother. What's up, Matt Carter? Nice to see you, buddy. Old Glory in the house. Yeah. Yeah, whiskey knows. All right, second one. I'm gonna change up the song here. This one's getting repetitive. Let's try this one. Yeah, let's go there. You like what you like, and most people will also enjoy what you like. It's perfect, says Matt Carter. Yeah, you like what you like. All right, so number 2 is a little bit more floral, a little bit more of a floral note here. Maybe some rye in this blend too. Definitely a little bit more spice heavy. Getting that breadiness. Shemi, based off the debut, I have faith. Just don't screw it up. I'm very confident about the rye whiskey. I think a lot of people are going to love the rye. It's a bourbon drinker's rye, for sure. It's a bourbon drinker's rye whiskey. The next blends, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this one's interesting. I feel like it's a little bit more floral. I feel like there's some heavy rye in here. Let's give it a try. Firefighter 8047. Just thumb on this page. Cheers. Are you a fighter? I'm guessing Firefighter 8047 is an actual firefighter. If you are, cheers, man. I lived in New York for many years. Had a lot of friends that were firefighters. Respect what you do. Thanks for keeping everybody safe, man. Cheers to you. Second one gives me turkey vibes, but it's definitely softer. A little bit more of a softer pour. Vanilla, orange, but lots of clove. Gives me those turkey vibes there. A little bit more of a tame type of flavor profile. If you could choose Caleb's Crossing, BRB2, or Gemini 2, Jay Rican, damn, dude. Well, Jay Rican, let me ask you this. Do you like rye more, or do you like those rye heavy pours more, or do you like just, straight up bourbon and sweet flavors more? If you like rye more, then definitely go for the Gemini. If you rather drink bourbon and something sweeter, then go for the BBR2 or BRB2. I'm just saying, like freaking Star Wars BRB shit now. R2D2, BB4, whatever the hell. I really like the spice on number 2. That thing is delicious. Tobacco leaf on the back of 2. Spice. It's almost like a black tea I'm getting on 2, which is why it's like screaming rye to me. Jason can't fire a fighter. I played a lot of softball with firefighters, so yeah, I have a big respect for him. All right, let's go to 3. Oh, definitely the sweetest we've had. Oh my God, this one smells like strawberry candy. You guys know that, when you go to your grandmother's house and she had that candy that was wrapped in a little strawberry wrapper. It was like the red with the seeds and had the green twist top. So it looked like a strawberry. Number 3, strawberry candy. It was like the hard candy, but then it was chewy on the inside. You know exactly the candy I'm talking about. Grandma kept that in her pockets with butterscotch. That's the other bourbon I want to try to make, man. I want to find butterscotch bombs. I want to make a Butter Pecan, the ultimate Butter Pecan drum key blend so bad, but they are hard to find. Buttery butterscotch bomb whiskeys are really hard to find. And not only that, but to find multiple barrels of it so you could blend it into a larger batch is even harder. So that would be like the ultimate goal, man. If I could figure out a way to make that, oh my God. That would be the drum key butter pecan. It would sell out instantly. Yeah, you guys know those strawberry candies, right? Butterscotch candy with no wrappers. Thanks, Grandma. That's right. She kept it in her pocket, nice and warm for you. That's right. Oh, I love the nose on this, man. This is strawberry all day long. This is delicious. That is strawberry, butter. It's not butterscotch. It's like borderline. It's almost there. It's like a buttered popcorn, strawberry, almost like white chocolate, like a really sweet chocolate note. Yeah, if I could find like a bunch of barrels that taste like butterscotch, oh, I would need like at least 6 or 7 barrels that are butterscotch bombs to make a big blend to release. But they are hard to find, man. Hard to find. Butterscotch seems to be a note that's like in the background of some barrels that you try, but never the dominant pour. The dominant flavor, I should say. So it's a little bit, it's tough. And unfortunately, butterscotch seems to be younger whiskey, not older whiskey. So I would feel like shit if I'm like, oh, I blended a butterscotch bomb, but it's like 6 years old. That would be tough. So every Woodford double oak pick I've had are straight butter pecan. Just source those. I will say the double oaked from Woodford is definitely has some butterscotch, butter pecan type notes for sure. Yeah, 3 is strawberry, and it's pretty good. The more I sip it though, it's starting to taste younger on number 3. Let's go to 4. 4 might have the best nose so far. This is rich. Probably the richest on the nose so far. This isn't butter. This is brown butter. This is darker, richer. Call Kenny and double oak that shit. Yeah, actually, Kenny kind of broke those barrels that they used with that birthday cake note that they got in there, Pursuit double oaked. That is very butterscotchy. It's not a bad idea. I wonder if they would give up some of those bottles. I could do like a secondary finish in there. Stretch Kicks comes in. Member for 1 month. What's up, Stretch Kicks? Stretch Kicks, you grab any pairs recently? So Stretch Kicks, I hit on the unions, the Jordan unions. I did hit on those. Got a pair of that. I missed out on. I did not get the Jordan 4 Lakers edition. Did not get those. Those I missed out on. Sold out. What else? What was the recent pair I tried to get? Yeah, I didn't get those, and I didn't get. What other pair didn't I get? I'm trying to think. That released. I'm enjoying the tasting notes. Speaking of double oaked, Matt Carter. Yeah, Matt Carter. Matt, did you double oak that barrel already? Is it in another barrel? Oh, Stretch Kicks. That's it. I missed out on the Levi's. I wanted the Levi's Indigo, but I didn't hit on that one. I hit on the Levi's and Unions and missed the Lakers 4s. Yeah, I missed those too, man. Jason, you go for the UNC AJ 14s in a couple weeks? I might. I'm thinking about that one. Thinking about those. I really want to try to get the Alaskas, the Virgil Ablohs, but dude, it's like those are going to be impossible to get. Yeah, the new off-whites, they're coming. I know they're gonna be so limited, Matt. Matt, did you throw those in the in the barrel yet? Did you double oak it? Yeah, I like the nose on this. This is probably the darkest nose I've had. Oh, number 4. Number 4's got some funk on it. Ooh. Jason, been sipping on my drum key on the daily. It's fantastic. Thanks so much, Ridiculous. Glad you're enjoying it, man. It's such a great blend, dude. I love that blend so much. The Jumpman dudes. We should be receiving the barrels soon, says Matt. Oh, awesome, dude. Jason, is your shoe collection limited to only Nike? I bought a pair of Hoka and love them. Super comfortable. Yeah, I don't really do Hokas. If I'm going to do another brand, I usually kind of gear into New Balance sometimes, but I generally stick with Nikes. Generally, I mean, yeah, Nikes, New Balances. Every now and again, I do like to wear Adidas too. I do like Adidas sometimes. Jason, what are your most wanted sneakers for your collection? The SB Chunky Dunkies, the Ben and Jerry's Chunky Dunkies. I would love those. A pair of the any Jordan Off-White, the Virgil Ablohs, the Off-White, either the Chicago or the UNCs. I don't have a pair of those. What else? The Jordan 1 Band, the black and reds. That pair, I would love a pair of that in my collection. So yeah, there's obviously some pairs out there that I would like. Yeah, no Hokas in my collection. I have no Hokas, no dudes, and no and no what are they called? No Crocs. Four is funky, and I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not. Your boy MJ or Mike has been tearing it up in racing. I know. He's been winning all sorts of races, man. Hey, dudes are criminal. The only Adidas I have ever owned are wrestling shoes. Very comfortable. Oh, sweet Cindy. I used to wrestle too. I wrestled in high school. Yep. On Clouds are better than Hokas and look way better. Yeah, I mean, Hokas are like the ultimate dad shoe. Sucks trying to find shoes when you're size 15. Damn, Kevin, you're 15? Holy shit. My daily is a pair of Sambas. Absolutely. Yeah, Sambas are awesome. Love Sambas. I've made some questionable decisions in life, but I've never worn a pair of Crocs as stretch kicks. Good on you, buddy. Stretch kicks, yeah, I really want to see if I can do like a tandem live stream with either Rafi or maybe Rami, somebody. I would love to just talk about shoes, drink whiskey, and hang out. Those are my two vices, shoes and whiskey. All right, scratch that. The last one is my favorite nose. This one is very dark. This is burnt caramel, little toffee. Maybe a little butterscotch on this one too. Man, this is good. I think there's some rye here too. I think I'm getting a little rye bread in here too. Or maybe wheat. There's something grainy on the last one. Oh, that's fantastic. That one's definitely getting through. This is my favorite of the five. Wow. That's okay. This is nice. This is the most balanced. Everything you want. Vanilla, spice, sweet, little savory. Great finish on that one too. The only knock on that, it's a little bit drying. I'm actually wearing a pair of SBs tonight. I got the Run the Jewels on tonight. These are the Run the Jewels SBs. Love these. These are the Run the Jewels SBs. I just got these not that long ago. Yep, that's a pair of SBs that I've really wanted. So I finally grabbed one at a good price. All right, I'm going to run through these real quick. One more time. I think 5 is in, but I got to go through these one more time real quick. Oh my God, 1 got so sweet. Dude, I really like 1. 1's getting better as it opens up. Yeah, 2 is out. 2 is just too flat. 2 went way flat. Oh, Rodman's? Wow. Three is a step up from 2. Not sure what it's going to get with. It's not measuring up to 1. Yes, I'm left to right on these. Four is kind of the wild card here. I like 4. So these 2 are out. One of these is getting eliminated. I think 1 is in. Oh, 1 is so candy. This just has a little bit of a funky aftertaste I'm getting that bitter aftertaste in number 4. I like it, but that aftertaste is just killing it. You see it a lot in blends, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna have 1 and 5 here, moving on to the next round. So yeah, let's do this. 1 and 5, congrats. You just moved on to the next bracket. Actually, do I pick 2 each? Let me see. I can't even remember. I think it's 2. I think the top 2 make it. I'm sitting here questioning my own bracket here. Yeah, top 2 make it. Sorry, I need to double check that. Okay. The reveal. Let's see what we got. Well, let me grab the blends. I have all the blend details right here. Okay. So we got the letters. We got everybody's name in the mix. Here we go. The first 2 that were eliminated. First one is letter D. Letter D belongs to the past reigning champion. Unfortunately, Eric Sawyer with Dumpster Fire. Yeah, Eric, that one, I don't know if just because it sat very long, but it got really, really just tame. I think I said I tasted some rye, maybe some turkey in that one. Let's see what's in his blend. Eric Sawyer, Dumpster Fire. See what we got here. Are you kidding me, dude? Dumpster Fire Deluxe. Welp, it's been a fun ride, but I think I'm officially kicked out of Blendageddon forever. This blend contains 63% Blue Run, High Rye Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 111 proof, 26% Jephthah Creed, Bottled and Bond, and 11% Blanton's. Eric Sawyer, yeah, you're officially kicked out after that freaking blend. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort in blending that shit. You know, Eric, you're lucky you won number 5 because that, holy crap, dude. Yeah, that was not great. Give Eric a round of applause. That's amazing. Eric, take a bow, buddy. Wow. Okay. Eric, just that is a blend. You know, honestly, Eric, you're the only one now that has actually, because, you know, as we talk about Blendageddon going through, you know, the years, people always say, oh, we're going to put Blue Run in it. We're going to put, you know, Jephthah in it or Jephthah Creed. You actually did it and you sent it in. Kudos. And then he named it Dumpster Fire, which that's what it was. All right. The next one that's moving out in the first round here, letter A. Letter A belongs to DMC with Teen Spirit. Yeah, DMC. This one is it's good. It's a solid blend. It's just extremely tame. It's just really It just really leveled out, I think, a little too much. Let's see what's in your blend, DMC Kentucky. Top Jimmy with the 21 re-up. Thank you so much, man. Let's see what's in DMC's. Oh, so he just did Knob Creek 12-year and Calumet 15-year. 102.5 proof. 50-50 blend. That's actually a decent tasting blend. Knob Creek 12-year and Calumet 15. Both are shelfers. You could find them. So I appreciate that you did that. But yeah, I think it just got way too tame. But David he's a fantastic blender. He won Blendageddon, Frankenblend a couple years ago, so he's done well. All right, this is the one that just missed. This is the one with the funky aftertaste. And it's letter B. It's getting into that cardboardy note. And letter B belongs to Justin Mills with Glass Dram of Emotion. Justin Mills. Which means, well, we'll get to that here in a second. Justin Mills blend contains Bardstown Bourbon Company Stout Finished, 4-Gate 60, which is a double oaked, and Knob Creek 18 Batch 3. Holy shit. Are these shelfers? Not really shelfers, but okay. I think the stout finish is what killed it for you, Justin. I think it just got too bitter. I think the stout took over, got a little bit too bitter for you. I mean, I liked it on entry, but man, the back end just isn't great. That sounded very naughty. Sorry. Yeah, the stout made it too funky. Yeah, that means moving on to the Sexy 16. John Porter with Stella Stash and Jeff Perkins. You guys wanted him to move to the next round with Must Be Nice. Let's see which one was which. So the last one I really liked. The first one was the Candy Bomb. The first one, the Candy Bomb, belonged to John Porter with Stella Stash. And Jeff Perkins was Must Be Nice with letter E. So there you go. Congrats to Jeff Perkins and to John Porter. You guys are moving on. You're gonna have some weeks before your blend gets featured. But great job, guys. You have 2 killer blends here. Moving on to the next round. Yeah. Next week we should have a guest judge. As we're moving on to week 2 here, I'll show you guys what we have going on. Week 2 is going to feature Jason Johnson, Aaron Goncalves, Jeffrey Wack, Wise Guy Stu, and Dusty Dan. Holy shit. Week 2 is stacked next week. So we will see you again. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. It was really good to see everybody. Obviously, I missed you last week. We had almost 400 people watching at a given point here tonight. So thanks to everyone for checking in tonight. Love all of you. Appreciate it. As I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share with. Again, if you're around Bourbon, Missouri this weekend, come say hi over at Barrel King. And I will see you guys same time next week. Good to be back. And yeah, thanks to everybody. Congrats to everyone. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Cheers. Patreon members, after party coming at you. Cheers.